Andy Stevenson for SevereMMA, standing alongside the new Cage Warriors welterweight world champion Justin Burlinson. Justin, an absolutely incredible comeback performance from you. What's going through your mind right now?
So many emotions, you know what I mean? The past couple of years has been so hard. Was nearly not going to fight again, but now I'm back. That's what. To be fair, when I was standing looking across after the first round, and obviously first round he beat us up a little bit, and I was just looking across and I was thinking, 1 year ago I had cancer. Now I'm in a title fight for the world championship. You know what I mean? And who's went out there and finished James before? He's fought Ian Gary, Oban Elliott, and they couldn't finish him. And look where they are now. You know what I mean? So how can I be denied for the UFC after finishing James like that, when some of the top guys, one of the guys fighting tonight, Ian Gary, he couldn't finish him, and I've just went out there and finished James. So how can I be denied for the UFC? I don't know.
It probably doesn't feel like this right now, considering you're pretty banged up, but it feels like it had to happen this way, where your story, right, has been about getting knocked down and coming back. The Contender Series, the title fight against Reese in Belfast.
Yeah.
Obviously,
The
for anyone
Series again.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't.
Visa.
Oh right, yeah. But for anyone who doesn't know, you were diagnosed, as you said, with testicular cancer, and then you had knee surgery, right? So it's been this battle, this getting knocked down, getting back up, and then you're 30-26 down on the scorecards, and to come back in the fourth round and do it the way you did, it kind of had to happen like this, didn't it?
Yeah. It just adds to the story and everything I've been through. You know what I mean? It just shows the type of guy I am. You know what I mean? You knock us down, you beat us up, and I'll just keep coming back, and I'll never stop.
It's wild. Like we're all Irish here, right? So the whole framing of this event was around Irish fighters, James Sheehan, his story, but you've just completely turned it on its head to put the focus on you. And it seems like almost feeling that you came back to Ireland, considering you had the fight with Reese in Belfast, and it didn't go your way when you were looking great in there.
Yeah.
And now you've got it done here, and you are the Cage Warriors world champion.
Yeah.
Is it fitting that it has happened on Irish, despite being an Englishman, just on Irish soil?
Yeah, I mean, coming over here, it was, in my mind, it was good to get, I was coming over here for revenge, you know what I mean? And then, weirdly enough, when I got here, I went for a walk about the town centre, and then just randomly just ended up in the protest. And then, when we were in the protest, it was weird. I just felt more at home, because I was just like, the Irish are just the same as the English, you know what I mean? I know there's a lot of hate and animosity between the countries, but we're both going for the same stuff in our countries, you know what I mean, with the immigration and stuff like that. And today, it just made us feel more at home, you know what I mean? And me and James, we're not far apart from each other, you know what I mean? We're the same type of fighter, same type of guy, you know what I mean? We'll both leave it all in there, and I feel like it's a perfect way to end the story on Cage Warriors, me coming back and getting the belt in Ireland.
It was a clinical guillotine in the end. I was actually speaking to someone in his camp, and they were saying that you went for a guillotine earlier in the fight and his jaw dislocated. Did you notice that or feel that?
No, I had no idea, to be fair. Even the guillotine, I got the finish. I know he had it good cinched up. I felt like I was just more controlling him. And then I felt like he had a bit of a give in his neck where I could crank the guillotine on, but I think that was just his jaw just giving out when I've sort of cinched it up. But I had no idea, you know what I mean? It felt tight, but I didn't think it was that tight. But obviously he's got the injury with his jaw. So
were you expecting this type of fight with James coming into this?
I mean, I think everyone was expecting. Yeah. I think everyone was expecting that, you know what I mean? And me and James are the same type of fighter, same type of guy, you know what I mean? I've got nothing but respect, and we've seen each other in the hotel. I feel like me and James are the type of guy where it doesn't matter if we hate each other or we love each other. Before the fight, when I seen him, I've never really spoken with him, I just thought, fuck, what a nice guy, you know what I mean? I didn't, but no matter how much of a nice guy, I knew we were going to get in there and try and kill each other, so.
You finally got your just reward here with this belt on your shoulder, but what comes next for Justin Burlinson? What would you like?
I mean, how can I be denied for the UFC? You know what I mean? Everything I've been through. I've been on the Contender Series once. I got offered the second time, and my visa never came back, which wasn't my fault. And the UFC knew that, so I think it's only fitting that I get another chance on the Contender Series or get the call up, just like James was going to get if he beat me. So I feel like how can I be denied? James hasn't been finished. I'm the first one to finish him. So and I'm 100% finish rate. Either way, you know what I mean? Win, lose, or draw, I go for the finish, kill or be killed. So that's what the UFC want, and I think the UFC will want us.
I hope you get the call up. Congratulations. An absolutely incredible story of perseverance and coming back, and enjoy tonight because you deserve this moment.
I appreciate that. Thanks, mate.
Cheers.